All right, hey. So looking for Alaska update. I am on page 32. It's really really good so far, and I'm really excited to read it. And I'm really excited to read The Fault in Our Stars and A Bunch of Catherines, which I have not bought yet, but I plan to. So I bought a planner recently because I'm tired of the fact that I just waste days like today, in which I did nothing writing or singing, just nothing. And I can't. And I looked at it today for the first time. I filled in all my information, and it starts exactly September 2012, the 1st. We're in August. Does that mean I can't do anything productive this month? Yeah. So that's what's going on there. I didn't work on Vigilante or Someday today, so that kind of sucked. I didn't really do anything creative. I was watching The Big Bang Theory for more lyrics for Penny because I wanted to make it longer. I do not. I've decided. I was reading through some old lyrics though. This is for Alice in Wonderland that I ripped out, and on the back is a Harry Potter song I'm planning. It's kind of done in another note in my notebooks, and I wanted to write it in my official songbook, but I never got around to it because I drooled on the page and I didn't want it to be stuck in there. I think I've talked about this. So I'm really really excited to. Hopefully I'll write it all down tomorrow, and I'll actually do work. Another thing, I was looking at my to-do list, and I realized I really want to write a Disney song, and I really hope I get the idea to. Like a song that's pretty sweet, and kind of like When My Prince Will Come, but not like it at all. Like that kind of sweet, hopeful romanticism that is Disney. Well, anything but Disney Channel, because I don't like the Disney Channel. You know How to Train Your Dragon? They're going to make that a TV series? I don't think that's going to work out. Anyway, I was thinking about things in general today. Especially about how much I remember, okay, whenever I go for like a long drive or something, I get kind of like, how do I say it? I don't know how to say this. Nostalgic? I'm bad at words, and I'm a writer, and I'm gonna end up homeless. But I was thinking, and I remembered when I had gone to a literacy thing for my school, and it was hosted by the library, and I'd gone there, and I met my teacher from last year, who's now an 8th grade teacher. She'll probably have me next year. I hope she does. She was generally nice. But I always tried so hard for approval. And when she finally gave it to me near the end of the year, I was so happy. And now I really, really write really hard that year just to try and please her. And she saw me, and because like the first time I saw her, she was talking about my other friend, one of my old friends. We're not really good friends right now, but whatever. And she was like, she's a brilliant writer. Wait, let me try to remember. She's like, yeah, Bree is a great writer. And she saw me, and she's like, oh my god, Maddie, come here. So I went over there, and she called me Maddie too, and that's when like a lot of people did. And I went over there, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, well, I didn't say yeah, because she would probably like slap me. And I'm like, yes, ma'am, because she said to be very respectful. And she agreed to call me my middle name, Maddie, so I kind of, I was nice to her. And she told the 8th grade teachers, one of the other 8th grade teachers, a history teacher. And she told them that I was a brilliant writer, and I remember being like so proud. And some of my teachers had seen my dad, and me with them. And they had told him, yeah, she's a brilliant student, she's a good student, she's really, really well behaved, she does decent work. And I was just really, really, really proud, because I never really let my teachers think of me until they meet my dad. So that's really, really nice. And, yeah, and I read one of my poems, and this boy, who's like utterly perfectly amazing, I don't like him, but he's just perfect. And he's like the trophy boy of our school. A lot of people like him. I've never met anyone that doesn't like him. And he was like clapping for the poem I had written in like 5 minutes, because I'm like, oh my god, there's a literacy event, I should go. When is it? Tonight. Ooh, I'm gonna go write a poem real quick in science class. And it was about Bloody Mary, and it was decent, I guess. I liked it well enough. And everyone's like, oh my god, it's so good. And my friend, who's very unliteracy, had come, and she's like clapping, even though the teacher's like, snap instead, it's more creative. I'm like, no, it's not, it's stupid. But I didn't say that because she's a bit scary. And so she's like, yeah, like we're at like a football game. I remember just feeling like so proud. And my dad is like, who's that older lady? She's like telling me how you're kind of brilliant. I'm like, and he had told her, do you have the right kid? But yeah, it was my history teacher who had been just telling her how I was kind of good. That was nice. And I'm just feeling like so proud that people were actually clapping about stuff. Because like when I was in a play a few years ago. I've also been on township before I got really, really bad stage fright. And people were just like, whenever they're clapping, it's like, you don't know they're not clapping just for you. They're clapping about the whole talent show, about the whole play. But when I read that, they were clapping for my poem. Oh, they were snapping, but whatever. For my poem, and that's sort of all what I focused on because it was mine. So whenever I do that, I just get this really good rush. And now that I work on songs and writing, I decided I'm gonna read some of them out to YouTube because I really liked that that they're commenting for me. So I will probably do some songs, or I'll tell you the lyrics, or I will give you little bits and pieces of this story ideas I have. And I really hope you'll like them, and I really think that'd be a good idea, especially to get me over my stage fright. I mean, worst comes to worst, I can delete the video. So thanks. Wendy says